Hello viewers and welcome to another exciting episode of Erongo Talk. My name is Erongo and next to me is Otis Daniels. And today we're here at the waterfront where, as per usual, we bring you your latest news updates, weather tides, and today we also speak to Inspector Shapumba and the Traffic Chief Clifton Jacobs, who tells us about the do's and don'ts during this festive season. And Otis?
Yes, Nicanor, we've started our very own NMH road safety campaign. We have produced a couple of hints and tips what motorists or drivers could do to ensure their vehicles are road safety. Check out our Facebook page. We basically tell you how to check if your tires are good to go. Yeah, if you are good to go for your journey. How to check the oil, you know, the basics, but things that are very essential when you on the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you had it, viewers. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back after the break.
Hallo kijkers en welkom bij vandagse episode van Erongo Talk.
I'm your host Erongo.
I am your host Frida Molotu.
I'm your host Alan Johannes.
Sit gerust terug en geniet hierdie episode met ons.
We didn't count them out. We know they played against Grootfontein.
Die weer is mooi.
Dit is 'n eer om hier te wees.
Ondersteun ons. Ons gaan julle trots maak.
In today's news, the residents of Walvis Bay have expressed their dissatisfaction about the lack of response from the Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources about the allocation of quotas for the unemployed youth. Let's take a look.
As you all are aware that our party has handed over a petition on the 22nd of April on the high unemployment matter, which was received by a Dali assigned official, Mr. Stephen Ambabi. We did not receive any feedback since then, which is why we are back here today to demand for answers. In our previous petition, we gave the ministry until 31st of July 2023 to respond or update us on our demands. However, until Friday 24th of November, we received no response from the ministry, despite so many attempts to engage this office, including letter dated 13 November 2023, addressed to the executive director in the ministry. In our previous petition stated above, we demanded, among others, the allocation of governmental objective quotas to companies who own factories, yet such factories are closed due to lack of fishing quotas. This, in our view, will meet the government objective in reducing high unemployment in our country. We further demanded for the amendment on the provisions of the law regulating harvest of marine resources to allow 80% harvest of wet fish and 20% harvest of freezer fish. These proposed amendments will create more employment opportunities in the fishing industry broadly. It is with greater disappointment to learn that all these proposals are of less value to the minister and his entire team. We gave them our petitions 7 full months ago, yet no update as far as this matter is concerned was made. We are very much disappointed in the leadership of Honorable Minister of Fishery and Marine Resources. Petition to the Minister. Honorable Minister, we continue to make demands that governmental objective quotas must be allocated to benefit unemployed Namibians. We have been hearing that governmental objective quotas are auctioned and a certain amount was raised. Yet we are not informed as to who bought such quotas on auction, who did he or she recruited on board vessels which harvest such quotas, and how many job opportunities were created in the process. We are equally not informed as to how the money raised from the auction was spent. It is not that our call for governmental objective quota is new. Others have previously asked ministers of fishery to allocate governmental objective quotas, and such request was granted. Governmental objective quotas was allocated to a certain company to benefit Walvis Bay Youth Development Association, which was a good decision because the Youth Development Association needs to rehabilitate old hostel kitchen and turn it into a utilized youth center. We want all unemployed Namibians to be treated the same as far as governmental objective quotas is concerned. It should not only be those close to the ruling party leaders to benefit alone. We are not saying it was wrong to allocate governmental objective quotas to benefit Walvis Bay Youth Development Association, but our call is for all unemployed Namibians to benefit from governmental objective quotas in many ways. All those who are unemployed and wishes to be absorbed by the ministry, by the fishing industry, are present here. They are here to show interest on being employees in the fishing industry. Unemployed teachers are also protesting today. Some have joined us here, and they are saying they want to benefit from governmental objective quotas, just like citizens of Iceland have been benefiting. Failure to resolve amicably will mean job and benefits denial by our ministry.
First of all, of course, I want to say appreciated your effort this morning in a very coordinated and a very professional manner to come and deliver this petition. We appreciate that. Secondly, unfortunately, it was very short notice. I received a notice from Mr. Manuel only yesterday, so it was a little bit very late to try to organize and get the relevant people to come here today. But due of that, of course, I was assigned by the ED to receive the petition today. And we will make sure that our head office and the minister receive this petition today, still today. And based on your petition, we will elaborate a little bit more on the importance and the passion that you guys express in terms of resolutions to your issue. Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to say much more about your situation. Rather to say that let's hope that by the date that you give, there will be a positive response from the ministry. And maybe from there on, things can progress. Yeah. So thank you very much. Okay.
Young people often wait long in labor queues for jobs, especially the ones that lack experience, and for the ones that are applying for the first times for their jobs. And I think that this is a major reason for the youth unemployment. Now, but in more news, the municipality of Swakopmund hosted a cleanup campaign which was aimed at enhancing the beauty and the cleanliness of the town. Let's take a look.
We'll take this route until where mass housing starts. Then we go in between mass housing and these completed houses. And then for those that are going this side, we'll turn into V8 where there's V8 main shop there. We'll turn there, we'll go straight up to mass housing. Then we'll take the whole block. This whole block is the one that
the Swakopmund municipality came together to enhance the beauty and cleanliness of the town. According to Swakopmund Mayor Dina Namubes, the aim is to promote environmental cleanliness and to ensure the town is free from litter. Swakopmund is known as the cleanest city in Namibia. As a tourist attraction hub, it is important to maintain the status quo by continuously working to enhance the beauty of the town. The mayor also took a moment to reflect on the importance of waste reduction and responsible disposal. She mentioned that as we clean up, let's be mindful of our daily habits and strive to minimize our ecological footprints. Small changes in our lifestyle can definitely lead to significant improvements in the long run. She also mentioned that the root causes of litter and waste in the city must be addressed. Education and awareness are essential components for this effort. This cleanup campaign is not just about picking up litter, it's about reclaiming the pride we take in our surroundings. It's about sending a clear message that values the aesthetics of the city and to show dedication to preserving it for generations to come. She continues to mention that small changes in our lifestyle can lead to significant improvements, and we should also address the root causes of litter and waste in our city. Education and awareness are essential components for this effort. She further continues to pledge to support initiatives that promote responsible waste disposal and sustainable living. Having said that, she would like to urge dear residents and visitors alike to avoid public urination. Not too long ago, World Toilet Day was commemorated, and Council has been working tirelessly to ensure that ablution facilities all around DRC have been placed in.
Let us all play our part in ensuring that we get rid of our waste properly. But yes, moving on, the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry in partnership with the Central Procurement Board of Namibia hosted a bidding and procurement workshop at the coast. Let's take a look.
Thank you very much. My name is Johanna Kambala and I'm the Manager Stakeholders Engagement at the Central Procurement Board of Namibia. Today we are here in Swakop in collaboration with the Namibia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, where we have got a bidders education workshop. The purpose of this workshop is basically to empower and educate our bidders on the procurement process at CPBN and how they can participate in the procurement process at the Central Procurement Board of Namibia. As we know that the bidding process is a competitive process, and if you don't know what are the do's and the don'ts of participating in the procurement process, as a bidder, you will continuously repeat mistakes that will actually have an impact on your bid not being responsive. So basically what we are going to do here now is to teach the bidders, when you are participating in the procurement process, for example, what are the mandatory documents that you need to submit. When we are talking about mandatory documents, we are also talking about bidders' integrity. As a bidder, you are also required to submit your bidding documents with integrity without you submitting, for example, fraudulent documents, because in the past few months at the Central Procurement Board of Namibia, we have picked up that bidders are submitting fraudulent documents. What do I mean by fraudulent documents? Example, submitting fraudulent social security good standing certificates, submitting fraudulent good standing certificates with NAMRA. So basically, what we are teaching the bidders out here is to say that you can be a successful bidder when you submit your documents correctly and when you follow the procurement process.
Okay, just to confirm, the workshop is taking place in Stockholm. Are you planning on visiting the other towns nearby as well?
As part of our stakeholder engagement strategy, this is actually the third workshop that we are hosting. 2 months back, we hosted our workshop in Marintal, and next year, February, we are planning to host our workshop in Windhoek as well. But if the budget allows, we'll be able to go to other regions and also empower our bidders in those regions.
Bidding is is a very competitive process, and if not done properly, it can lead to bids being non-responsive. We hope that the 55 participating SMEs have equipped with the necessary skills to improve their bidding skills. In other news, a 40 kilowatt solar power agriculture project was inaugurated in Hakenes.
Before we have the speech, whatever, maybe because Mr. Riad said you will do the speeches and show us what's all happening. Maybe you do that, else I have to do that.
Okay, my name is Riad Gawin. I was trained in horticulture level 2, and lately I'm doing level 3 GIZ again, trainers. So I am responsible for spearheading this project here for solar fields. So what we are doing here is we are actually doing organic farming. And yeah, we started as volunteers with me and 11 other volunteers, and we almost started in June this year, and up to now everyone can see there's at least something. It's moving. There is potential that we can grow, that the project can grow one day, and the team is also very much positive. So groundbreaking, planting, sowing, everything. Only problem that we are having now is current water problems in Hakenes. Some of you can see our plants are striving. It's too much water stress, but we are pushing.
The donation from the Smalls family, worth more than $1 million Namibian dollars, will not only save the village energy costs, but also support the growth of variety of vegetables for the Hakenes residents. Now, and now that is a winning combination. Stay tuned for some sports news from Otis.
Africa holds one of the richest concentrations of natural resources and mineral reserves of any continent. With the right solutions and innovations, it has the potential to become one of the wealthiest in the world. Unitrans helps Africa break new ground. We have a deep understanding of the support and services our partner network needs to grow and prosper. From mine to port to global markets, we provide safe, innovative transport and logistics solutions that not only deliver on maximizing efficiencies and operations, but move thousands of miners to mines, create jobs, improve livelihoods, and uplift communities. and we remain committed for the full lifespan of a mine. From scoping and exploration to rehabilitation. From the ground up, we help build the local economy, leveraging our trusted expertise and innovations to unlock potential across the continent. Our belief in the power of doing creates sustainability and prosperity for Africa for generations to come.
I just want to warn our road users to please be careful, drive careful, rather arrive 5 or 10 minutes late at your destination than to speed and to make accidents or be involved in accidents where you can be seriously injured or somebody can lose their lives also. So be patient.
In today's sports news, Blue Waters defeated Jolino with 3-1 in a Debmarine Namibia Premier League soccer match played at John Wilkins Stadium in Walvis Bay. Let's take a look. Headed out. Jolino, good turn there. Once again, Akumet. Oh no, it's rushed from the goal line onto the crossbar, but the referee has blown. Good control by Jolino. Ball is crossed inwards. Trick twist, but Spiegel. And it's once again Blue Waters putting up some good pressure, and there we have it in the back of the net eventually. Yeah, there's the celebration. Yes, Akumep sends the ball in. Good control, twisting and turning, the ball is in. Oh yes, it's a third goal. It's a third goal into the back of the net. And here comes Blue Waters on the attack. Cross in. Oh, it's a beautiful goal. It's a beautiful goal by none other than Isaskar Gurirap. Have to redo it. Cross in by Ahumap. Goalmouth scramble. Oh yes. Clean from the goal line, and then Muscute. And there's an opportunity, and yes, they hit the back of the net there. Jolino pulls one back. They worked very hard for that one, and they were eventually rewarded. It looks...
I'm here, I'm joined by Captain. Captain,
Yes.
how's the game?
The game was nice, man. Yeah.
Okay, tell us, what points would you guys like to improve based on this game that you played today?
The points we like to improve, as you see in the game, especially our forward. We create more chances, but at least we score. At least we score 3. But we're supposed to score more than 3, or maybe 8. But forward, they are jokes. They are making jokes, but it's part of football. We have to go back to the drawing board. Then we rectify our mistakes. It's not the end of the world. At least we thank God we won.
And you guys are going up against live fighters tomorrow. How do you think that you guys are ready for that game?
As usually, you know, we have to the purpose of the game, especially we are home ground. our aim is to win.
Yeah.
We need the 6 points for the weekends, so that we can chase those guys up front there. So obvious, we have to go hard for them tomorrow, like we did today, so that we can get 3 points again tomorrow. So we collect 6 points for the weekends. Yeah.
Okay.
What a performance by the beautiful birds, and we surely hope that they will continue with their winning ways. And that concludes our sports and news section for today. Visit our website at www.erongo.com.na for more news from the region as well as the rest of Namibia and the world.
It is said all over the world that we have one of the best road infrastructure in the world, but that doesn't count if we as the road users does not give our part and do what is expected from us, to be patient, drive careful, stick to the speed limits, make sure that your vehicle is in a roadworthy condition, and please avoid driving whilst under the influence of alcohol. Yes, from our traffic department, we already have our planes ready for the festive season. We expect a lot of people to come down to the coast this year. And there will also be a lot of functions and facilities going around in and around town, Langstrand, Dolphin Beach, Independence Beach, and then also at the yacht club, where different parties and shows will be held. And then the roadblocks will also start on the 15th of December. And apart from the fixed roadblocks, the municipality of Walvis Bay, in cooperation with the stakeholders, Namibian Police, Traffic Department, Nampol itself, we will also have fixed roadblocks around town, where we will do speed checks, roadworthiness on vehicles, as well as random alcohol tests. That will also then take place at our permanent roadblocks, where people will be pulled over and a random breath test will be conducted. So I just want to warn our road users to please be careful, drive careful, rather arrive 5 or 10 minutes late at your destination than to speed and to make accidents or be involved in accidents where you can be seriously injured or somebody can lose their lives also. So be patient. It is said all over the world that we have one of the best road infrastructure in the world, but that doesn't count if we as the road users does not give our part and do what is expected from us, to be patient, drive careful, stick to the speed limits, make sure that your vehicle is in a roadworthy condition, and please avoid driving whilst under the influence of alcohol. Yeah, and especially during the festive season, everybody is in a relaxed mood, and that is where you get young children driving without driver's license, driving their parents or their friends' vehicles. That is an offence, and we really will keep our finger on that, especially the beach areas, where children are riding their quad bikes, driving up and down the beach. It is in fact prohibited to drive from on the coastline with your quad bike or unlicensed motor vehicle. They can make use of the dune belt. If you are driving to Swakopmund on the right hand side of the road, there's sufficient space or areas cordoned off them to make use of quad bikes. And then parking next to the road, especially where this functions in all those big parties. There's everywhere along the Walvis Bay Swakopmund Road. It is restricted to park next to that barriers there, because it's a for safety reasons. That barriers put up there, and if a vehicle is going to stop there, it will hinder the free flow of traffic. So we request people rather to go into the area they want to be than to stop next to the road. And as I said, everybody is in the party mood. We are not there to fight with people. We are not there to spoil their holiday, but we once again urge everybody to stay away from alcohol. Don't drive on areas where you're not allowed to do, and always make sure that you wear your seatbelt, stay away from the cell phone, and once again just give your part in road safety. Okay, I mentioned earlier that the traffic department is ready for the upcoming festive season, and as you can see right here behind me, we recently added new vehicles to our vehicle fleet. This is a 4x4 vehicle. We will use this vehicle for beach as well as dune patrols. So if anybody is having problems in the dunes or on the beach, we can assist them. And then of course we also have our boost bus, which we will use at the roadblocks to fix and mobile roadblocks. We will do random alcohol test and serve warrants of arrest, issue fines and all that stuff. So we are ready, and all our equipment is ready to be used, so we can do everything on site wherever we are.
To change a tyre, find a safe spot, use the lug wrench to loosen nuts, lift the car with a jack, remove the lug nuts and the flat tyre, mount the spare tyre, hand tighten your lug nuts, lower the vehicle, tighten the lug nuts in a crisscross pattern, check the tyre pressure, stow away equipment and replace the spare tyre with a regular tyre as soon as you can. Refer to your owner's manual for specific instruction.
Last week, or over the weekend, we lost 2 people on the road, where it's even suspected that people were overtaking at a double barrier line at a zone that is a 60-kilometer zone. And the speed, is being suspected that what was one of the contributing factor in that regard. We need to remind ourselves to say, when you are using the road, you are not the only person that is on the road, and you should respect other road users. You should respect yourself, and above all, you should respect the rules of the road, just so that we can avoid some of these issues and to make sure that everybody celebrate the festive season and the Christmas in a joyous mood. We have seen also a spike in terms of crimes of stock theft and related crimes in areas such as Ochimbingwe, or Machete, or Kombahe. And we have even learned through investigations that some of the people, the suspects, are using, dangerous articles such as pangas to attack those that are looking after animals. Let us warn the members of the public, let us warn the farmers to be on alert, let us warn those that are looking after animals really to collaborate even among themselves, a group of 2, 3, 4, so that we can fight these particular crimes that is robbing people of their economic properties. Lastly, perhaps I have to take this chance really to thank every members of the public, every stakeholders, every organizations that assisted the Namibian Police Force in discharging their duties in one way or another. We were not able to achieve much without the support of our public, and this is why
the regional commander organized an event of this nature to appreciate and thank the public and thank our community leaders and thank our business fraternities for the support that they've been rendering to the police throughout the year. We will be giving some sort of certificate of appreciation to those individuals that have assisted the police in one way or another. We want to assure them and assure those that want to visit the towns of within the Erongo region that we are going to double our efforts, redouble our effort, and keep it the boots on the ground to ensure that the safety of the inhabitants and everybody that finds himself within the boundaries of the Erongo region is guaranteed, and we are calling upon everybody to do their part. Responsibility is what we call upon everyone to do. Exercise a sense of responsibility, even if we arm ourselves, even if we put ourselves on the ground and patrol day and night. But if those that are supposed to be protected lack a sense of responsibility, to act responsibly, to make sure that we don't commit crime, to make sure that we report those that are committing crime or suspected to be committing crimes, then we will not be able to achieve our objectives. But we are going to coexist with one another in mutual respect. We are going to put up roadblocks. We are going to intensify our patrols. We want to see people enjoying themselves at the beach when we go there. If you can't swim, don't swim. Don't use alcohol, then we go to the beach and swim, because experience have given us or taught us that there are some people that have lost their life, during this time of the year. In as much as water can be enjoyable, in as much as closer to the water can be fun, it can also cause a sort of sad news if we don't exercise responsibility during that time. Thank you very much.
If you should come upon an accident, prioritize safety by moving to a secure location and calling emergency services. Provide first aid if trained, protect the scene with hazards, and exchange information with involved parties. Document the scene, gather witness information, and then cooperate with the authorities and share any information you may have. Always prioritize safety and act responsibly.
Vir sportliefhebbers en belangstellendes skakel weekliks in op die Tonnelsportprogram, waar ons elke Vrydag aand saamgesels op NTV op DStv kanaal 285. Dit is oor die naweek se internasionale sport asook wat in Namibië gebeur. Die tonnel is ook op Go TV kanaal 25 en dan Vrydag aande 9:00 op al die Facebook-platforms van Namibia Media Holdings. Kom hoor wat sê die kundiges en die spelers en die afrigters. Sien jou in die tonnel.
NAMPORT recognizes the importance of maintaining strong connections and interactions with its customers and communities. The organization actively engages with stakeholders and allocates resources through the NAMPORT Social Investment Fund, or NSIF, to support all 14 regions in Namibia. Established in 2006, the NSIF has made substantial CSR investments exceeding 50 million Namibian dollars. The fund focuses on 4 key areas to enhance the quality of life within Namibian communities. Namely, 1. Health. The fund invests in the development of community health infrastructure and health services in order to protect the health, well-being, and welfare needs of our people. 2. Quality education. The overall objective is to improve the quality of education and improve the knowledge of all Namibians, including, but not limited to, classroom construction, provision of educational tools, and providing sanitation to rural Namibian schools. 3. Environment. The focus of our environmental pillar is premised on the need to ensure environmental preservation by supporting initiatives that seek to promote environmental protection and climate change mitigation measures. 4. Entrepreneurial skills and small and medium enterprise development. Our focus is on cultivating and strengthening entrepreneurial skills by supporting and capacitating Namibians, with an emphasis on youth venturing into development of new products, services, and enterprises that can make them self-sufficient and contribute to the national development goals of job creation and poverty alleviation. We remain dedicated to aligning with global strategic imperatives, specifically the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. NAMPORT emphasizes the following SDGs: zero hunger, quality education, good health and well-being, and partnership for goals. These are incorporated into the 4 pillars that the NSIF is focused on impacting. The fund operates under the guidance of a board of trustees, which consists of experienced individuals who provide valuable insights and expertise. They ensure the effective governance and successful implementation of social investment initiatives for the benefit of Namibian communities. As NAMPORT continues to evolve and grow, the NSIF will remain committed to its mission of uplifting communities and fostering sustainable development. To find out more, visit our website and follow us on all our social media platforms.
Okay, Namibia Youth Against Substance Abuse is actually an organization that I'm a founder of. It was formed in the year 2021, and its main objective is to try to effect positive mind change within the youth, mostly, of the country. We, in actual fact, provide psychosocial support, do counseling, raise awareness, sensitize communities on matters that affect them, as well as educate them. That's what we do, basically. So we work with social workers, psychologists, and other stakeholders, so to say. And we are operating under the Ministry of Health, obviously. So when I started this organization, I was alone. But then, because of the work that I was doing, it was recognized perhaps by universities, in that they started sending their interns that are studying for psychology, like Faith Kachire. And Faith Kachire is maybe the 4th one now to come. We've been receiving them. Fortunately, we've been receiving them year in, year out from university, which made the work much easier for us here. And social workers also from UNAM and so on. We've been receiving them, and counselors, those that are studying just to be counselors, like the other lady that you just met, Madame Christophine. So they come and assist in trying to alleviate the scourge that we mostly are concentrating on, which is substance abuse amongst the youth. So how we operate, our modus operandi is that we usually receive referral letters from schools, such as these ones here. Whenever a school maybe catches a boy or a girl in possession of substances or a sharp object, or a boy or a girl is simply ill-disciplined, or is bunking too much classes and force the school to maybe suspend such a boy or girl, they in the past used to send them all to the state social workers. And then since we came here, state social workers saw that we are a big help and they started referring them to us. So now schools are referring them straight to us through life skills teachers and so on. So when they are brought to us, they first call us and tell us, okay, we are having for you 2 students or 3 or 4 or even a group of 10. So we are referring them to your office. Please do what you guys do best by counseling them, coaching them, mentoring them in the process and so on. And that's what we do. They are brought to us and we divide the work amongst ourselves with my colleagues here that are oftentimes intense, plus the counselors that feel they want to come and add weight to what we do. And we do our best by counseling them and so on. So that's what we do in short. Like recently, the most pressing one that we are currently experiencing is whereby we were invited to a primary school. Imagine primary school. Because I won't mention names because we don't want to stigmatize and for confidentiality's sake. We were invited to such a school because they identified about 10 boys and girls aged between 8 and 12 that apparently outrightly told the school counselor that they are drug addicts and that there's nothing that the school counselor can do about it. Outrightly, in her face. And the school counselor tried by all means to do her work, but in the end she realized that it's a lost cause and she sought for assistance, and apparently one of the board members reminded her that, okay, why not NYASA? Take these kids to NYASA. NYASA will help you a lot. And that's how we came on board with my colleagues, and we've been going there to that school on a weekly basis, sometimes twice or once, and we are accorded a place where we sit with them, we divide ourselves amongst the groups, and we listen to the kids. What we do is we try to ask questions that will bring about the enlightenment for us to understand the situation that they are going through. And through that, we've come to realize that it's actually the environment that our kids are living in that makes it probable for kids to go on that path. Like what we've come to realize is that these kids, after school, when they're at home, they are bored. They have nothing to do. And as a result, they stand on the gates watching how elders who are coming in their streets, standing at the houses of the merchants. Merchants are now the people that are selling drugs, and doing their thing, smoking and whatnot. And after smoking, they throw the leftovers now in the streets and so on. And these kids, because of curiosity, that's how they started apparently. They would then go and pick up these stones that were thrown onto the floor and pick up and unwrap the papers and take the contents of it, and they would then go to, like, at a stadium or soccer place, a place that's secluded. They would sit and try to make those zols the way how they see the elders do it, and they start to test. First time around they were coughing, but next time they're not coughing anymore, and they realize later apparently after school they just want to, it's like they're being pulled to it, to go and look for it, not knowing that that's actually addiction. That's how addiction starts. You can't live without it. They feel they can't just stay away from it. And as a result, that's how they became addicted, and later on they brought their addiction to schools. That's how they were caught by the school and ended up at the school, at the school counselor's office. But then they realized that the school counselor was just like kind of just rebuking them, what they're doing, not really trying to understand them exactly and talk to them as it's supposed to be, for you to understand how you can end up helping them. And that really pains one to see that an 8-year-old, even girl also is affected, as well as boys that are 11, 12. The way how they talk about it, it's like it's a norm. It's nothing. It's just something that can. It's just something normal that can be used by kids, and that really pains us. So those type of things are the things now that lead to the society that we are living in today. That leads to when they are growing up, they become so rebellious, starting from home to schools, and later on they are expelled from schools, and they come to see that life is too hard for them and end up trying even to commit suicide because they are simply not being kind of accepted in the society. Those type of things are what leads to that. Yes.
Hallo kijkers en welkom bij vandagse episode van Erongo Talk.
I'm your host Nicanor Nangolo.
I am your host Frida Molatu.
I'm your host Alan Johannes.
Sit gerus terug en geniet hierdie episode met ons.
We didn't count them out. We know they played against Grootfontein.
Die weer is mooi. Dis 'n eer om hier te wees. Ondersteun ons. Ons gaan hulle trots maak.
To test if your brake lights are working, with the help of a friend, start your vehicle, press the brake pedal, and confirm both left and right lights illuminate. Check hazards, indicators, and the third brake light if applicable. Replace any faulty bulbs, and if issues persist, consult a professional. Regular checks ensure your brake lights communicate effectively on the road. If you're on your own, use a wall or garage door to check for reflections.
Well, viewers, we'll come to the end of today's episode. Otis, tell us about the competition.
It's Christmas and NMH and Pick n Pay is giving away a lot of good stuff. All you have to do is scan the code here on the front page of the newspapers, NMH produced newspapers, Republican, Algemene Zeitung, and as well as the Namibian Sun. And then you follow the online instructions and you can pocket some much needed moolah, my friend.
You know, it's December. And so for more news, you can check out our website. That's at www.erongo.com.na. You can also check us out on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. You can also follow us on our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And do not forget, for those traveling, do not forget to buckle up and check your tires if they are roadworthy. Until next time, it's goodbye.